Think eating vegan hinders athletic performance? Think again. Okay, I should probably bring in an actual athlete. Hi, it's Emily from Bite Size Vegan, and welcome to another Vegan Nugget. Today's video is the first in a new vegan athlete series, wherein I'll be interviewing various vegan athletes in a series, which I suppose is apparent in the title. The stereotype of the weak, pale vegan is quite tired, though strangely persists, especially when it comes to fitness. The idea that meat and animal byproducts are necessary for strength and performance remains prominent. For some who may want to go vegan for the animals but are competitive athletes, the concern over being able to still perform can be a hindrance to making the switch. So I thought it would be ideal to hear from a longtime competitive athlete with experience performing as both a non-vegan and a vegan. Anne-Marie Campbell is a black belt in Taekwondo and the founder of Meat Free Athlete, the popular vegan fitness blog. She's got 20 years experience as a competitive athlete with the last 4 as a vegan. And she's got killer abs. Yeah. So let's hear from Anne-Marie about eating vegan for athletic performance. Well, Anne-Marie, I just wanted to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be on the channel and to kind of share your experience as a vegan athlete.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
So can you just kind of give people a little idea of who you are and what you do and a little bit about, Meat Free Athlete?
I've been a competitive athlete for over 20 years and a vegan athlete for over 4 years now. And then I started Meat Free Athlete basically just a way for me to just show by example, how I'm doing that and just my journey as a vegan athlete and what's working for me and just showing the success I'm having athletically.
So being a competitive athlete, and making that switch, what were your main concerns with how being vegan was going to affect your performance as an athlete?
I don't know. At first, I don't think didn't have that conscious concern at first. I was so into the whole, wow, what was happening to the animals, and I was just really concerned about just not contributing to that. And I'm an athlete, so I am thinking to eat healthy. So I just basically veganized a lot of the ways that I ate and still try to keep a healthy mindset. But then right away, energy skyrocketed. My recovery's faster. And I've been a competitive athlete for so many years. So I thought I was, doing the right thing. I thought I was eating right, fueling my body properly. But once I became vegan, so much more energy, I can train longer. My recovery is a lot faster. I mean, looking at kind of
a vegan diet or eating vegan for athletic performance, what would you recommend to athletes who are, considering making this switch? As far as are there particular foods to eat more for endurance versus for strength, or different, macros to have, or any of those kind of concerns? What advice would you give to someone kind of looking into it?
Okay. Yeah. My first advice would be to know the difference between performance and dieting, right? So if you want to be an athlete, you're going to have to concern yourself with your performance. I don't restrict my calories. I don't restrict my portions. I'm a big believer of just listening to my body. I just give it what it wants. And I only aim for lots of colors. So for me, that's my aim, because that tells me I'm getting a good variety. And then in general, if I have to kind of label how I'm eating, it's very high carb, low fat, moderate to high protein.
A lot of people, when they think of veganism, of course, the main thing they think of is the protein issue. Being a vegan athlete, how often do you get this question, and how do you kind of respond to it?
I get the question a lot. And I actually, like I said, I don't mind receiving that question, because I find that a lot of people that are asking me about protein are genuinely, they are curious. And I don't want to just shut them down as oh, another person is asking me, because then I might be turning away someone that really is open and they can make the connection. And I could have just turned away a potential future vegan who is just wanted to know, right? So, absolutely, I don't mind answering that question at all. It's, in our society, we put a high weight on, protein. And so we have this big concern over it. It's a little bit blown up. I don't think we need as much protein as we're being told we need, but nonetheless, it's a concern people have. So absolutely, I don't mind talking about it at all. So it's just a matter of breaking it down as well to let people know that protein isn't just one definitive thing, right? It's amino acids, and those amino acids are in all the foods we're eating, right? So, and it's just the 9 essential amino acids that we need to get from food, and those are in such a variety of food. And getting protein from a vegan diet is so easy. It is so easy.
What has been the biggest advantage that you've seen of switching to plant-based diet?
Just the energy level, right? Just in general for training as well. I'm usually the only female in the class. There's not too many females that are at my belt at the school that I'm at right now, because I'm a black belt. So usually not as many people or people my size to train with. I'm not that big. So competing with bigger, stronger guys, you want to have that energy to kind of withstand basically taking the hits and keep going and continuing. So it's an endurance thing as well. And I will go an entire class. I will train a second class that included sparring, full training, everything. And I still have energy. And that's incredible, because before, by the end of the first training class, I'd just be so tired, and I'd be ready to just start doing my warm down stretches and just trying to, finish the session for the night. And then now, I find myself, even after sparring, I'm just like ready to, I'll just stay and do the next class and continue. Huge difference. And then also the recovery. I'm able to train more because I'm not as sore longer. I do get injuries a lot because it's combat sports, right? So I'm one of those people that's like, oh, what happened this time? Well, okay, broke my foot. Okay, what happened now? 3 dislocated ribs. Like, just, it happens a lot, but I recover so much more fast from those now. So very clear advantage, I think, athletically for people if they switched over to just eating vegan for performance, for sure. What an advantage. Like, I never expected such an advantage, because I did, like I said, I went for the animals. So as soon as I made the switch, and then I was like, wow, this is awesome. It's like this added bonus, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're just like, this is incredible. Like, you're tapping into all this energy and performance that all these years I could have, been tapping into. But we learn when we do. So
for people who want to be able to, find you, connect with you and what you're doing, where can they find you?
Meatfreeathlete.com is my website. It's a blog. I also have featured contributors on there. We have recipes. You can be featured yourself as an athlete. For anybody, doesn't matter what your skill level is or what sport you're in, just as long as you're vegan. It's just there to help inspire and motivate other people. And then I'm on social networks. So Instagram mostly, and Twitter, at Meat Free Athlete, and then also on Facebook, YouTube as well, Meat Free Athlete. My channel is pretty much just getting started though, but I'm very accessible on social. So if you reach out to me, you'll find that I will respond. I'll chat with you if you have any questions. If I can help in any way, if I have any kind of advice that might help you out, excellent. I'd love to be able to discuss, and then I get motivated by hearing from people's stories, right? So it's kind of a give and take there.
Well, thank you again so much for spending time and sharing kind of your wisdom of your years of being a competitive athlete with us.
Thank you for having me. It's great.
I hope you enjoyed hearing from Anne-Marie. You can't argue with results, and it's evident that removing animal products made a profound impact on her experience as an athlete. Now, I'd love to hear from you on this. What is your impression of veganism and athleticism? If you're an athlete and a vegan, did you see a change in your performance with a change in diet? If you're a non-vegan athlete, have the stereotypical concerns stopped you from making the switch? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this atypically athletic nugget, please give this video a big thumbs up and share it around to show just how advantageous eating vegan can be for athletes as much as the animals. If you're new here, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button down there for more awesome vegan content every Monday, Wednesday, and some Fridays, and to not miss out on the rest of the Vegan Athlete series. If you want to help keep Bite Size Vegan educating, check out either of the support links in the video description below, and for perks and rewards for your support, just click the Nugget Army icon there, or the link in the iCard sidebar. And hey, check out some of the related videos while you're here. Now go live vegan, get your workout in, and I'll see you soon. are a workout and a half. You are just a big kettlebell with legs. That's what you are. Just a kettlebell with legs. What?